From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 5-9. Mike 52. 12, 12, 12. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
You better get in the weight room.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Opposite. Check 31. Check 31.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
20.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 24. Hey! Check 3. Check 3.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Look at it. Gun, gun, gun.
They'll try the air now with Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First down,
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 52. Check 20.
Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. 8.
Throwing again is Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Chill.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On second down and 4. Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton eluding the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
20.
On 2nd and 12, Newton, open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
16 yards. And a Panther first down.
Set. Ready. Gun. 8. Hey, look. 8. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know you feel it.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Let's go, baby. Watch the twist. 20. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On 4th down, Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Hey, watch the ball. 20.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Under pressure, down he goes. Sack Sacked at the 10. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
A big loss on the way. Brings up 2nd down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Hey, easy. Hey, exit. Line 54. Check the outs. Check the outs.
To throw is Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. And now Newton not liking the play call. He's going to take a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. There goes a deep ball. Ends up. He's got a man. Complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That's it. 780. 59. Man out.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over. Come on, now, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Newton on first down. Dancing. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. Have him protect you.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now it's Ginn. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Kill. Easy, opposite.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Murray.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down and 4, Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Check, check, check.
It's a gain of 3.
You draw Porter.
Third and 2.
Watch safety creeping. Sammy, Sammy.
Breeze looking to throw on third and 2. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Some for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Throwing is Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Cam's going to run the option right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
Great. He's coming.
Here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score of 14.
Big stop, big stop. Gun. Tighten up. What is it?
Throwing on second and 3. Newton. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. Again has it complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Breeze now on 1st down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, high 7.
Again, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Golden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Newton now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check 59, Mike. 59.
Throwing on first down is Breeze.
Here we go. Here we go.
And this is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Quick the edge. Come.
On second down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Give me that ball. Defense.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Great.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Here we go.
Now, the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
20.
Throwing here, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore.